Well, that would be hating the wrong being, unfortunately. That would be putting the blame where it doesn't belong. And here's why. So the core of who we are, as we've been talking, the soul, the spirit, the essence, that's divinity. But when we were created, this infinite, divine, perfect, full, whole, undivided love, truth, soul came into this universe using this body. And then the mind misidentifies as the body instead of as soul. And when the mind misidentifies, when the mind forgets who it is, rather than remembering, I'm soul, it thinks, I'm body. Well, if I'm body, I am a certain color, I am a certain gender, I am a certain religion, I am a certain race, I am of a certain nationality. I have certain things. I don't have certain things. And when I look out and other people have what I don't have, I want them. I feel jealous. I feel envious. And then I engage in behaviors to snatch them or get them for myself in some way. And I allow these thoughts to grow in my mind of separation. And then I start to hate the people who have it. How dare they? Why don't I have a purse like that? Why don't I have a house like that? Why don't I have a car like that? And jealousy breeds, envy breeds. When I think I am this body, then I'm very territorial over that which is mine. And of course, I'm always looking to increase that which is mine, because then who I am expands. Illusorily, of course, but this ignorance, this false identification with the body, if I can have more, then I feel like I am more. If I can have a lot of money, then I feel like I am a more important person. Have a lot of titles, have a lot of degrees, have a lot of power, have a lot of employees, have a lot of things. Look, I am more. Look, all this is me. Makes me feel like I am more. But it's rooted in ignorance. Because it's rooted in the ignorance that I am this body. That I am my role. That I am this drama I'm playing. The soul, the truth of who I am, is everything. So whether I've got 10,000 employees or whether I am one of 10,000 employees, either way, I'm infinite. I'm whole. I'm everything. When we have these beautiful, what we call sort of mool mantras, these core mantras, aham brahmasmi, soham, they're just different ways of saying the same thing. I am that. I am the divine. And so that's who I am. But here's the dilemma. If I allow my mind to continue to identify as body, and therefore as my color, as my race, as my religion, as my nationality, as what I have, and therefore greed, envy, anger brews in me, my actions are going to follow suit. And so I'm going to engage in behaviors that are harmful. Harmful to myself, harmful to others, harmful to the planet. But those behaviors are behaviors that I've engaged in out of ignorance. And here's the thing. When God created us, for whatever reason, and I I joke sometimes, half seriously, half jokingly, that I wonder whether God doesn't regret this particular part of the decision. But God gave us this thing called free will. And if I were God, I would seriously regret having done that. It would be like a parent that you buy your kids something that you think they're old enough for. Right? You think your kid is old enough for a chemistry set, and then he sets his brother on fire, and you realize, well, he wasn't perhaps quite old enough for that chemistry set. In the same way, I wonder whether God doesn't regret in retrospect having handed us this thing called free will. I don't know. But regardless, we have it. And that free will is what enables me to decide. I'm going to spend my life identifying as this body in its separateness. I'm going to believe that who I am is based on what I have, the money, the power, the things, as separate from others, and that others are objects on my path, hurdles. Or I'm going to identify as the pure soul. And I'm going to realize that who I am is love, is consciousness, is everything. And I'm going to spend my life focused on that. But I've got free will to make that decision. And that's the dilemma. But that's where what we call evil in the world. God didn't create a system of evil. If you look at nature, if you look at how nature works, and then you look at how humans work, you're able to understand exactly the role that free will plays in creating havoc and destruction. How many billions of years planet Earth survived beautifully before humans came along? This is the underside of free will. But that's not God's fault. That's our fault. So don't hate God. Hate ignorance. Hate ego. Hate misuse of free will. Hate the illusion of separation. And ideally, don't hate anything. Begin by being against those, but then slowly realize that which you're feeling toward them is growing in you. See, if I'm going to share love, first I have to manufacture love. I cannot love you until I create love in me. If I'm an apple tree, I can only give you apples if I can grow them on my branches. I can't give you what I don't have. And so, an air conditioner can only give you cold air. A heater can only give you hot air. It's all they have. And so, if I'm going to love you, well, first I have to generate love in me. In the same way, if I'm going to hate you, I have to generate hate from within me. And the problem with that is, it eats me up first. It's like a science lab where I'm manufacturing poison. Well, I'm manufacturing it in my house. The fumes are going to kill me long before I get that poison out to kill somebody else. There's that beautiful saying that says anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other guy to die. If I'm angry at you or I hate you, I'm manufacturing this poison inside me. That anger, that hatred, I'm manufacturing it inside me. It's going to kill me long before it has any impact on you. And so, if there are things in the world that would make you hate, whatever source it is that's making that happen. Figure out how you can be a light, right? It's like that beautiful saying of just, instead of cursing the darkness, be a light. How can you be a light? Yeah, there's darkness. And yeah, every one of us has the ability to be that light. And that's what we're called upon to do. There's a beautiful teaching in the Bhagavad Gita where Lord Krishna says, whenever there's darkness in the world, whenever darkness is winning out over light, whenever adharma, unrighteousness, is winning out over dharma, over righteousness, whenever evil is winning out over goodness, that's when I incarnate in form to restore light to the darkness, to restore dharma to the adharma. And then there's another beautiful teaching in which we're told, actually in so many ways, in so many different scriptures, that the divine pervades all of us. And if you take those two teachings together, what you realize is we are, every one of us is, that incarnation of the divine in form here right now to restore light to the darkness, to restore dharma to the adharma. That's what you're here for. But first you have to realize you're light.